All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good afternoon, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the royalty. I hope you've all had a great Wednesday, July the 29th. And speaking of the 29th of July, do you know what two big royal events took place on this day? Well, one was the wedding of Mary, Queen of Scots, to her husband, Lord Darnley, and 2 years later he was murdered, and she was one of the prime suspects, so that didn't end too well. And also on today's date, in 1981, it was the wedding of Charles and Diana. So if you want to have a happy marriage, don't plan your wedding for the 29th of July. For today's History Minute, we have Henry V, House of Lancaster. A few facts about Henry V. His reign was the 21st of March. Did I go too fast on that, everyone? There's his coat of arms. It's very pretty. Alright, Henry looks like he might be wearing a French, oh gosh, what are those things called? I know the French people don't wear them, but all the tourists think they do. Berets. Yes. They're so corny. Anyway, his reign was the 21st of March, 1413 to the 31st of August, 1422. His coronation ceremony at Westminster Abbey was marked by a terrible snowstorm, and the people were left wondering if it was a good omen or a bad omen. Henry's outstanding military successes in the 100 Years' War against France made England one of the strongest military powers in Europe. In 1415, Henry embarked on war with France in the ongoing 100 Years' War, 1337 to 1453. That's a bit more than 100 years. That's like, what, 7 to 13, 16, 116 years. So 100 years times 116 years, that math is a little bit off. That's kind of like Meghan figuring her age, right? Because saying that she's about to turn 39, knowing that she's really creeping up on 50. Not just creeping up on 50, she's got it by the shoulders and she's shaking it. Okay, so anyway, back to Henry V. Henry embarked on a war with France in the 100 Years' War that was longer than 100 years between the two nations. His military successes culminated in his famous victory at the Battle of Agincourt. I hope I said that correctly. Henry passed suddenly on the 31st of August, 1422, most likely from a heat stroke, as he had been riding in full armor and blistering heat. He was only 35 years old. He is buried at Westminster Abbey. Please don't forget to watch my new channel, Real Royalty. We'll be doing royal history and the latest news with the current royals. Oh my goodness, everybody, give me a box of Kleenex so I can give it to Smegs. She's crying over her mother. Oh, dear me. Oh. This is from Town and Country. I'll link it in the description below. Meghan was crying over her mother, and you won't believe why. Let's take a look. Ms. Markle was brought to tears over a paparazzi photo of her mom, Doria Ragland. According to a new book about the Markles, the crisis came early in Meghan and Harry's relationship. It came early in the conning of Harry by Meghan. According to Town and Country, the Markles' struggle with the press has not been a silent one. Nothing Meghan does is silent. It's broadcast everywhere. The couple have issued multiple statements about what they describe as, I colored this word out because I didn't know if it was allowed or not, and I think better safe than sorry, but I'm sure you can figure out what it is. It's something that school kids do to each other, and it starts with a B as in boy, so you can figure it out. We're all smart people. Multiple statements about what they describe as blanking by the tabloids, and are in the middle of multiple privacy lawsuits, one with the publisher of Mail on Sunday, and another which claims that drones and helicopters have been used to take pictures of baby Archie. Oh, dear me, before I forget, I just want to say one thing. Today at work, I had a lovely conversation with a lady from Ireland, and, you know, she was a lovely Irish lady. I won't say her name, but she said that she was going to watch my videos. We talked for about 30 minutes about Meghan, the royal family, our feelings about Meghan, etc. So if you're watching, ma'am, I just want to say a big hello to you, and I enjoyed our talk. Back to the article. There comes a point when the only thing to do is to stand up to this behavior, because it destroys people and destroys lives, wrote Harry in an emotional letter published in October of last year. Put simply, it is blanking, which scares and silences people. Okay, so let's get to the hypocrisy in this statement, everybody. So Meghan says that these two words I scratched out, they're the same word. Okay, so Meghan is being blanked, and blanking silences people, but Meghan is still running her mouth. That's quite a contradiction there, just Harry. Okay, so blanking scares people and silences people. We all know this isn't acceptable at any level. We won't and can't believe in a world where there is no accountability for this. We don't believe in a world where there's no accountability for your lies in this new book that you're trying to push on everybody. And the fact that your hypocrisy, riding around in big SUVs that guzzle gas and talking about blanking, and blanking silences people, and you're running your mouth louder than anybody. So let's find out why Meg was crying about her poor mother. And now a forthcoming biography of the Markles by reporters Scooby-Doo and Carolyn Durand offers novel insight into how the royals have dealt with the scrutiny behind the scenes. A new excerpt from Finding Freedom, published this weekend in the Times, details mooching Meg's heartache over paparazzi photos of her mother making headlines. Oh goodness, please stick around to the end, everyone. I have a great What Have We Learned Today? Oh, it's fabulous. Almost as fabulous as me, but not quite. Not long after Harry and Meg's relationship became public in the fall of 2016, a British tabloid published photos of her mother Doria at a laundromat. Meghan's mother Doria was under constant siege, write authors Scooby-Doo and Durand, when a tabloid published a set of unflattering photographs showing her on the way to the laundromat, pushing the narrative of a struggling woman in a rough part of LA. Meghan remained silent publicly, but behind the scenes she was in tears. Worried he might lose her, Harry frantically tried to protect her. Oh dear. Meghan wasn't upset because her mom was photographed and being hounded by the paparazzi. She was upset that her mother was photographed doing her laundry. That's something for the help, not for the future Duchess of Sussex's mother. Oh no, that's a job for the help. Meghan's mother's too good to do that now. Meghan's an international superstar. Oh, Lord help my time, as my grandmother used to say. Shortly after the incident, Prince Harry released a statement asking the press to back off. He has asked for this statement to be issued in the hopes that those in the press who have been driving the story can pause and reflect before any further damage is done, reads the memo issued from his communications secretary. He knows that it is unusual to issue a statement like this, but hopes that a fair-minded people will understand why he has felt it necessary to speak publicly. And here's the thing to link to buy the book from the Markles and Scooby-Doo, and of course I wrote above it, do not buy. Please do not. A few comments from my last video. Oh, goodness. I can't remember what it was about off the top of my head. Oh, yes. I think it was about the palace fighting back. No, it wasn't about the palace fighting back. Oh, B, where's your head today? I don't remember, but you all, anyway, let me see what it was about. Oh, I think that was it. I don't remember, everybody. Oh, dear me, my head isn't on straight today. Okay, anyway, she is an entertainer of men. Haha, she has been through enough. Her new name is officially Bizzy Knees. You are brutal. Oh, thank you, Alexander. I try my best. Wanda says the bicycle has no talent, but has lots of DNA. All over Hollywood. It's time to strip all titles, all patronage, patronages, etc. The bicycle has to go. Gemma said she must have bought the copies herself. I was going to comment on this yesterday when I made that video and posted the Amazon screenshots. I meant to say, I've seen people on YouTube talk about how people of both political parties will use money to buy up all the copies of their book the day of its release, so that way it'll debut at _1 on the New York Times and all the papers' bestseller list. And this is a trick that they use, and they'll denote that that's been done by on these lists by putting a little asterisk or some kind of mark, and under the fine print it'll say that they were bought in bulk. That's why it's #1 or whatever position. But yes, that's probably how the book did get to #1 on the hardcovers list, because she probably did do something like that. That's probably where the money they're going by having Doria live with them and take care of Archofficial, saving money, Daddy Charles's money on paying for a nanny. That's probably where it went to get this book to #1. Anyway, let me continue. Joe says, I'd stick the pair of them into a sealed capsule into space to truly help them find freedom. We, the British public, need freeing from these brats. Great work, Bizzy Bee. Thank you very much, Ms. Joe. I appreciate you watching and commenting. E. Unhinged said, you read my comment, LOL. Cooking dinner and listening to you and thought, what? LOL. Yes, ma'am, I did, and I'm doing it again. Michelle Miles said she has bought most of the books herself and will give her sugars an autographed copy to read just before she makes them drink the Kool-Aid. She won't give them an autographed copy. Meghan never gives anything away. Never gives anything away. They'll have to make a donation, which will go towards her next facial procedure. 13C Brennan says, for the chocolate biscuit cake, what brand or type of biscuits do you use? This sounds deadly. Oh, okay. I got the biscuits I used off the Hispanic food aisle at Walmart's. It wasn't the Goya brand, but it had Maria written on the cookie. They were really good. Check it out. Next time I'm there, I'll take a picture and post it in my next video. I do. Okay, Carol said, Megan probably bought the 2,000 books herself. Cannot wait for her to fall off her pedestal. Alright, everyone, I'm going to do another live thing. I really enjoyed it. I'm sorry a lot of you didn't like the mass. Sorry about that. I was trying to honor Her Majesty. Next time, when I do it this Sunday, I'm going to do it at 1 p.m. Eastern Time instead, because I was a little bit pressed for time. You know me, I'm a good church-going lady, so I was trying to rush back home and do it, so I will do it at 1 p.m. instead. So what I'm going to do is I have one of my grandmother's floral scarves, silk scarves. I'll just wear that over my face like everyone does nowadays, and maybe a pair of sunglasses with it. So I'll just look like anybody you would see at Walmart, except I'll be wearing sunglasses instead of my regular reading glasses. How does that sound? Let me know what you think. Thank you very much. I thought that you would like this. It looks like Meghan's wonderful calligraphy. Thank you to Lisa P., Jody B., and Kim N. And this is from Jody B., the present she sent to my 3 ladies and the 1 gentleman. Thank you very much. And Kim N. sent some doggy treats. Appreciate that as well. And Lisa P. for the tip. I appreciate you. So what have we learned today, everyone? Number 1, one should not have one's wedding on the 29th of July if one wants a happy marriage. Number 2, despite stating that blanking silences people and then claiming to feel blanked, malignant Meg has not been silenced and is still running her mouth. And the church said, amen, she certainly is. Number 3, Mrs. Carkle Sparkle was not crying because the Paps were hounding her mother Doria. She was upset that the Paps photographed her mum doing laundry. She thought it made Doria look like someone Megxit would fire. Number 4 thing that we learned, Megasaurus is an entertainer. She has entertained more men than a Times Square female working entertainer. Number 5, Smegsy's knees are almost as worn out as her back and her mattress. Number 6, oh, I made up this name for her today. I thought you all would get a kick out of it. Smackle sauce. Smackle sauce, that's Megan, of course. Okay, Smackle sauce is like a rent-a-bike. A ride is dirt cheap, and every tourist that comes through town has a go. Number 7 thing that we've learned: the money the Sparkles are saving on a nanny by having Doria watch Archofficial. Ms. Markle has used it not only to get new horse teeth and facial procedures, but also to buy all the copies of her book to boost its sales. Number 8, if Smegs truly wants privacy, she can go to outer space, but she already has several large black holes where men go to die, and there still wouldn't be enough room for her and her ego. Number 9, E Unhinged is most likely saying, "What?" again. Number 10, me, another name for Megan, will give Sugars an autographed copy of her book because A, no one else wants it, B, the Harkles have no friends to whom they can give them, and C, Sugar goes well with S blank. Number 11, the only thing Vulture Meg is on, which resembles a pedestal, is just Harry's Little Prince, and it is so small, if she fell, one need not worry, it would not be a long trip to the ground. Number 12, Number 12, one will have to tune in this Sunday, the 2nd of August, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see what medieval royal I will be, minus the mask, plus my grandmother's silk floral scarf. Number 13, Lisa P. Don't you just love a pretty floral pattern? I love a pretty floral pattern. My partner hates floral patterns, but I love a good floral pattern. Let me turn that off real quick. And number 13, Lisa P., Jody B., and Kim N. are very much appreciated by me and the pups. Don't forget to tune in to my new channel, Real Royal Tea. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. Please tell your friends about me. I hope you enjoyed it. I truly appreciate every single one of you, your views, your comments, your subscribes, everything. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.